Today, let's start talking about the tools. So we are going to begin with the wand. So this one's mine. I made mine out of apple wood. We used to have an apple tree and this was one of the branches. However, you don't have to necessarily know what kind of wood. I've had plenty that I have absolutely no idea, and you can also find them at stores. And some will argue that you need to make your tools. This is one that is relatively easy to make, so if you're feeling inclined, you could, versus like an athame where you're gonna need a lot of tools to make that. This is pretty easy. All I did was I took sandpaper and I just took a day or two and sanded the entire thing. I didn't put any finish on it. I wanted it just as is, and it's held up remarkably well over the years. Because I think I made this in like 2013, so it's been with me for, I guess, I've had this for a decade now, because wow, time. Now, the wand is typically associated with either two elements, air or fire. Personally, I've never understood the representation for fire with it. I mean, you can throw sticks into a fire, but like a blade is forged in fire. There's no other way to make metal, really. Like, it requires extreme heat, whereas air just exists, and so the wand has been blowing in the breeze for years, and because obviously it was a few years of a tree to grow that much, and to also have enough to take it off and not kill the tree. So I associate it with air. That branch had blown in the breeze for many years, and so I just feel like it's connected more with air. This is the tool used to direct your energy when you're in circle and or if you're casting a spell. Personally, I really don't use it to direct energy for spell work. I use mine specifically just for casting circle. And when I use it to direct the energy, it's much more flowy and just kind of go with the breeze, and not necessarily the like harsh, direct, sharp edge of like a blade kind of directing energy. Typically, this is associated with masculine energy because either fire or air, they're both associated with the masculine. Now, the reasons for it, honestly, I think are pretty stupid. The main reason is that it has a particular shape that looks like a male organ. Honestly, you could also argue it's the shape of an arm, like a limb, or, you know, anything, the spine, but no, we always have to just go to one organ. Again, I've said this before, I'm kind of over a lot of the certain things in paganism and witchcraft and Wicca just get on my nerves. That's one of them. You could also argue it's associated with what we classify as masculine energy. Again, I wish we had better terms for it because I feel like it's just kind of sexist, but whatever. So it's typically associated with masculine, so the mind, active, all of those usual associations. Typically, the length that you want for your wand is going to be at least the length from your tip of your middle finger down to your elbow. As you can see, mine is just a hair shy, but it's pretty close. You can also measure it to about 13 inches. That tends to be the most common way. And then, of course, you can decorate it however you choose to do so. A lot of people will leave it blank like I have, but some people will like to include like a crystal point on top to kind of help direct and channel the energy. Usually, if you're going to do that, the best one is a clear quartz point, simply because then you can direct with whatever energy you're doing. Clear quartz is great for anything, whereas if you use specific ones, it kind of limits what you would be using your wand for. You could also wood burn or attach different things as you desire. Again, I like mine to just be pretty basic. I would love to hear what you guys use your wands for in the comments down below or as a video response. Huge thank you to my patrons. I'll have their names here on the screen. If you'd like to support me and get access to exclusive content, it is patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Make sure to like and subscribe. I post every single day, and until next time, thank you so much for watching, and blessed be.